Good morning, chat. This is Trader Rob. Today is Wednesday, December 31st. Alright, so took a trade here early this morning at the 25,676. Got stopped out pretty quickly on that. Pretty intense candle that came through. Got a decent reaction. I thought we were going to be able to get the reaction I was looking for here. So this was the only secondary area that I could find in this larger weekly band that has been sitting. Which I can't select it right now. I don't know why. Let's see where this band is at. Oh, right here. I don't know why I can't select this guy right now. Well, either way, targeting 15 points on my TP1. And TP2, I do see a very large target, obviously on the higher time frame, pretty much from the origination of that move. This was left completely unbalanced, so try to see what I can get here. Small position size on both of these trades, just 2 micros on the MNQ. Steve, good morning. Michael, good morning. Let's see how this one plays out here. Here's the weekly band. There we go. So this one stretches from the 679 all the way up to the 791. Just didn't see anything in this upper region here. We can make a case for a reactionary point right here. I could make a case for a reactionary point here at the 25,775 to the 793. This is at the pretty much at the higher end of this weekly band here, and then we're going to be going into a lot of resistance at the top side, starting from the 25,826. Morning, Sergio. Morning, Ralph. Keith, good morning. All right, I'm back. Just to kind of recap everybody on the morning. Did take a trade here this morning at the 25,676. Shorting, I was targeting TP2 at the 25,660, and my TP1 was at the 25,660, and my TP2 is actually down by the 25,615, which is where this current trade. This got, we had an initial reaction, which I thought looked pretty good, and then just went, got a really big impulsive candle into this big volume node right here. So this was the only other, well, the secondary reactionary zone that I saw in this bigger weekly time frame. So again, these are bigger, much smaller size on the micros, 2 micros, but a little bit bigger position sizing. I'm sorry, bigger targets. Anki, has someone experience with the Apex email with the trading proof screenshot? Yeah, so I've only had to do that once, and I mean, the easy thing for me is I record most of my trades regardless. But pretty much what they want is they want a detailed description of your strategy. And then at the time, which I think was about a year, maybe a year and a half ago when they asked me, they wanted a camera angle of you trading. I don't know if that's changed or not. Just so they know that you weren't, that somebody else isn't trading for you, or you're not just copy trading somebody or something like that. Oh, that's now they want screenshots. Well, what I would do is detail your strategy and take screenshots of where you executed your trade, why, explain it, be very detailed as to why, and make sure that follows your strategy. I would think would suffice. Oh, got you. So what if you were to take like just a micro? Just to kind of explain, you know, if the setup arises, take a micro and just so you can detail the strategy and have proof of it. All right, guys, we are going to be running two giveaways here. First one's going to be at 9 a.m. Central Time, so in about 40 minutes. If you type in high win rate into the chat, you will be entered into a free month of my Signal service. For those of you that are already a member of my Signal service, I can replace that with the a code for the Volume Masterclass. So you just got to type in high win rates, and the drawing will be at 9 a.m. And you got to be here to claim your winnings. I don't know who was on the stream with me yesterday, but if you guys remember, I took that IB low, took a loser on the IB high trade, and then got back into the trade. I think I even had somebody even on the stream ask me, why am I going into momentum? That's not necessarily how the market works, but I had set a target. I went to break even. Actually, I didn't go to break even. I think I went to about 9 points of profit on my break even, or on my stop loss. And I did get ticked out there. I think I got swept by like a point or two. But right after I got off stream, that thing went straight to that unbalanced area. Kind of like similar to what I got here today at the 25,615. That is an area that the market's going to want to rebalance here today. Nordic, yeah, I posted a video this morning introducing the new Signal service and instructions on the transition. Only thing really going against me on this trade right now is going to be we're about 9 minutes for the open here, so I'll be cognizant of that. As far as some signals, 2 signals hit last night. I was not in front of my PC, but I did leave rusting limit orders on the ES and the NQ. NQ was a loser, got swept by, I think it was like 2 or 3 points. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Just to go right to our TP, so that really sucked. And then on the ES trade, we were able to take TP1. We came 3 ticks away from TP2, but as I wasn't in front of the charts, I left it on a 5-point stop, and I needed 5.5 points for that win. But I don't know. I was feeling aggressive last night. Let's see here if I can take a picture of those. Yeah, so here's a screenshot of the ES trade. And it was one that I had mapped out on stream. So it was a long at the 69.33. We did tap in. We did take a lot of drawdown on this trade, which is not what I'm looking for. The initial reaction probably only went for about 3 points. Came down, hit TP1, and again missed TP2 here by about 3 ticks. And then finally flushed to the downside. And then, let's see if I got the NQ. I believe I do. And the NQ was pretty much the exact same flush, and as you can see, it swept our stop loss here by, I think it was like 2 points, 2 or 3 points, and then went straight to where TP was at. So again, just it's part of trading, but again, if you want to get entered into a free month of my signal service, which is going to be on the new portal, it's pretty freaking awesome. Got the email, got the Yahoo functionality working last night, so it is pretty slick. So just type in high win rate into the chat and you'll be entered to win, and that drawing will be at 9 a.m. And then we'll run another drawing at 10 for a volume masterclass. Morning, Key. Morning, Doug. Morning, Nora. Morning, Joe. CW Moss, Allfax, AP, good morning. Nordic, good morning. Mary Thomas, good morning. The One Count, good morning. Steve, good morning. Rugby, good morning. Be right back. Got a question from Isha. How come you don't trade Top Step? There you go. Currently in a trade in Top Step. Alright, so we got TP1 on that one. So I got the market open in about 2 minutes. Don't feel the greatest on keeping my stop where it's at, but I just want to see what the initial reaction is going to be here at the open. Could very easily sweep these highs here just from some temporary liquidity. Because it is a big move down to the 615s, obviously. It's about a 70-point move. Well, risk to reward's pretty good on it. Guys, I'm going to move this 1 second because I just want to take a screenshot of this trade result there. Thank you. And then we'll be looking at an area right after, if I get down to TP2, which would be great. We'll be looking at this area here at the 610s for a possible short here. I'm sorry, for a possible long. So let's see if the market really wants to rebalance that area. Hopefully it does it pretty quickly. I'm on micros. So my leader account's on the E-mini. So this TP1, or the original TP1, obviously there was some liquidity sitting right there. So I knew that that would be a reactionary point. About 30 points in profit there. Again, big target, guys. I understand that, and I don't like the time of this trade, but I'll pretty much walk away with break even, or maybe a couple dollars in the red on this trade, but it's got potential if I let it breathe here a little bit. Yeah, if I was on the E-minis, that trade would have been that my open P&L would be in probably 7 grand, 10 grand. Right back. Sorry, what I was stating was this area here was going to be a reactionary point. So to get to TP here, I would definitely need to break through this area right here. I think I was probably 50 points in profit, which I know is pretty insane to leave that on the table, but just going to kind of let this trade run and see if we can break through this area right here. It's really the only last, well, there's a small pocket. Another small pocket that I would have to get through right here. So like I said, this was going to be another area where we could see a reaction to the downside. If it breaks through here, it's probably not going to be looking that great. So as I just stated, you know, this would have been another reactionary point to the short. This one's going to be another reactionary point to the short. I wish it would have played out on the first tap of the first signal, but sometimes we don't get everything we want. Alright, that's about 60 points there. I think, let's see if we can get a little sweep there. 65. There's going to be a reactionary zone right there. I don't think I want to see this go down more. $76 points. There we go. And you see how it just tapped right into that 25,615, and you got the wick right there. That was the bigger. Oh, I gotta flatten. Shit. Why does it do that? Flatten everything. Dang. I lost some money on that one. Actually, no, I didn't. It didn't because I had my stop over there. Alright. Nice trade there. You guys think I was kind of nuts going for that bigger target? Were you guys sweating that one out? Alright, let's, shit. I did not look at that one right here. More than likely we get a reaction right here. Let me take these out. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. This. Let's clean up the chart here a little bit. Delete, delete, and delete. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, I hear you. Anybody get in on that trade? I know it's kind of a ridiculous question, but I mean, that IB fade yesterday that I said, you know, this is where it's going to target. That was about a 60-point target, and that thing hit very quickly, like literally 5-10 minutes after the stream ended. I even posted it in Discord. I'm like, that was the move. But there, I didn't really let the trade breathe too much. I mean, I kind of smothered it. I think a lot of it had to do probably with the loss, the early loss too. I got it with just one micro. Wow, I got 50 points. Nice. Steve got in. Nice. Okay. I'm glad it helped somebody. So remember, for those of you just joining the stream, I am going to be doing a giveaway at 9 a.m. I'm going to be giving a free month of my new Signal Service portal. So you get full access to the live trading rooms. Now we will have extended trading times before the market and after. Lag is really good. I just got to work on my audio, which I have the fix for. Just waiting for one cable to come in, hopefully on Amazon today. The audio is coming in a little muffled, but very little lag, which is really nice. So that's a big benefit over YouTube right now. All right, I'm talking too much. There is an area right here that looks very interesting. So this one is going to look something like this. do have a reactionary area right here. Just have not really been able to. Well, let's see. Did kind of balance that out. What did we leave? Did we leave anything? No, we missed the target right here by about 5 ticks. I don't know if that's 5 ticks. 61075. I can't see the 611 cents. So a point. We're a point off on this reactionary zone, and my target would have been the 631. 631 right here, which had already balanced out, as you can see. So would not be interested in this one as of right now. I do have an area here that I got to map out, so I'm going to work on that one. Let me just get this one into. Let's get this one squared away here. One second, guys. We got 17 minutes before the giveaway, so just type in high win rate to enter yourself into a free month of the Signal service. Shit, we just tapped into that one there, huh? Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. It hurts to see. squared away. Let's see now. Let's see now what we got brewing here. Could see a reactionary point here. It just doesn't look super clean to me. Let's see what happens here. Let's take a look at the ES. See what the hell the ES has been doing. Get rid of this guy. What is this order? I don't know what the hell that was. That's scary. Let's jump to the 5 minutes. And guys, this that big trade that I took there, that's this. I mean, these are your weekly bands. Post these every single morning in Discord. We got a rejection, one band to the other band. Looks like we're gonna go right back down to this band down here. So these, it takes high impact news, headline news, or multiple retaps. To get through them. So looks like on the NQ, you can see right here on the shaded area, we came about probably about 2 ticks away from the area, and you could see the reaction to the downside. Okay, you could see the reaction there. To me, this one already is kind of played out already. I think we might see a reaction point here to the downside. But I'd rather take a look at this setup here at the 25,669 at this point. Here's your next weekly band, which sits at the 565 down to the 460s. So we've got 2 areas here. These are going to be bigger targets for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set for you guys, for those that want to just kind of scalp around it, I'm just going to set a fixed 15-point TP, which would be, it would put me at like 30, let's say 33. So right here. This to me is completely arbitrary. This is to me arbitrary just because this is just a fixed TP that randomly came off from the top of my head. What I'm going to be looking for on these weekly band plays is I want to see what actually gets left unbalanced on the higher time frame above it and target that. So these are much bigger scalps for me. So it might not be for the faint of heart for everybody, but if you drop down to the scale down to the micros, it won't be so bad. That's 22 points. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Alright, get rid of this guy. Now let's get this guy ready. This is not in a weekly band, so I think I could just go like this. here, I'm pretty much targeting TP2. This is not in, you know, our part of our stop loss. So our weekly level, our weekly band's pretty much to the 670s, okay, right here. So, you know, this is not a bigger target for me. This would be kind of a scalp that I can kind of play around. Seven more minutes, guys, for the giveaway. Remember, if you type into the chat high win rate, you'll be entered in for a free month of my signal service portal, which gets launched tomorrow. Already have a few members in there, kind of my testers. And at 10 a.m. I will be giving away a volume masterclass, which also gets released tomorrow. Alright, let me take a look at the ES really quick. I haven't had much attention on the ES today. Not by default. Did give us a TP last night. Wish it would have given us a TP2. The signals in general for December have just not... I'm going to be very curious over the... What is it? What day do I... Probably not going to wait. Well, I don't know if I'll do it on the 1st, but the stats will probably come out on the 2nd. But I'm going to say they're hovering under 50% if I had to just take a guess. So, might be the worst month in 11 months of doing the signal service, but at least I've stated about 100 times that starting from November, I sounded like a broken record, but I truly just put my A+ setups in the signal service, so those are the what I consider to be high quality. Not everything's going to be 100% all the time. Alright, so on the ES, what do we got? Yes, kind of already did what I wanted to do. Let's see. Kind of have, let me just switch over to the ES really quick. Let's jump into the 15 minutes. Shut this guy off here a little bit. That doesn't fit very well. Yeah, that's kind of an ugly area. Yeah, nothing on the ES minus this setup down here at the 6848. In case you guys haven't seen this one, 6848 targeting the 6854 and the 6859. The stop at the 6843 on the ES. It's been tricky. ES has been tricky. See what kind of reaction we get here. $621s left unbalanced. Probably gonna want to tap right into the 620, 621s before taking this out. My feeling is that they take out, this would be my TP at 620. I think they take this out prior to taking this down here. But it's kind of a low probability zone there. Alright, got a minute left for the giveaway, guys. And I wanted to just to kind of pause and just thank everybody for the amazing support. I've been live, I think, probably 2.5 months, and it was a huge commitment on my part, and I didn't know how it was going to be received and how it was going to impact my trading, which is still, I mean, it's still learning that part of it. But I truly want to thank you guys for the support over these last couple of months. And for those of you in my Signal service, I know a lot of my members have been with me since February, March. So that's a commitment as well. Hopefully you guys have been getting some value out of that investment. But I do want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic 2026. Thanks, Cena. All right, let's get this thing queued up. Did it once, so it should work. All right, let's continue. All right, we'll do the spinning names. Let's bring this up. I've got 72 people. I want a free month in the Signal service. Now remember, if you're already in the Signal service group, you could either you can email me and tell me that you want to gift it to somebody else, or you can replace it for a volume masterclass. So options yours if you're already in the Signal service group. Here we go. All right, CAD 285. Is that the second time you won? Did you win the last time that we did a promo? CAD 285 signal service. I think you're already part of the signal service, so just let me know. Send me an email and let me know if you want the volume masterclass. So the next one will be run at 10 a.m., so in an hour. That one's going to have a different code. And that one is going to be... I had this already. Oh, this code's just going to be Masterclass. So if you type in Masterclass into the chat, that will... let me just put the instructions in there. Copy, paste. There you go. And not to forget to mention, Tradeify announced 50% off of their instant funded accounts. So that I believe went down to about $250 something for a 50K account. That promotion came out last night, and obviously Apex is running their 90% off New Year's special, and you can obviously use code TraderRob on any of those. So just type in Masterclass, guys. We'll run the next one at 10 a.m. You got to be present to win. Let's see if we can get another. Scalp here. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't take out the 620s. I mean, that's the logical magnet for the market right now. So Parth, right now the signal service is $40 a month through my Discord or through YouTube. I let everyone know a couple of months in advance that starting tomorrow, that signal service is going to increase. The monthly cost will increase starting tomorrow, the new year. For those of you that are already in my signal service through YouTube or through Discord, they will be locked in for $40 forever. So your best opportunity if you're asking for a discount would be if you want to sign up through Discord or YouTube today. Or what I would say would be the cleanest thing for you guys to do, and I'll drop this in the chat, is just send me an email and let me know that you're interested in locking in the 2025 rate of $40, and that's going to stay $40 for as long as you become a member. That won't increase. If you send me an email saying that you're interested in locking the 2025, I will send you a coupon code that will give you that code for $40. But starting tomorrow, the price will increase. So I'll put my email here in the chat. There you go. There's the training manual. So I've probably got too many, but I got a lot of videos in the in the signal service portal on how to trade the signals, what I'm looking for, my strategy kind of breakdown, the easiest way to trade the signals, how you can get what I'm looking for in confirmations. It's all broken on, it's all in there. I think one of the biggest benefits now going forward that now I have the capability of with this new platform. Well, I've got a bunch of new functionalities. I mean, now when a signal got posted, it would get posted into Discord. That was my only method that I had of putting in a signal. So you would get a notification through Discord that a signal was posted. With my new portal, 1, you'll get notified in the portal. 2, you'll get an email. And 3, you will get a text message with the signal. So it'll have the entry, the TP1, TP2, and the stop loss prior to the trade originating. And in many cases, hours and even some cases days in advance of when that trade can come through. Now, in very high volatility markets, you might get the signal 10 or 15 minutes prior to. Obviously, the advantage of watching me live is I'm able to move pretty quickly, and you're able to see that. So those are some benefits there. The additional benefit is there will be extended trading hours through the signal service now. So for all of those that are already a signal service member, once you move over, you're going to see an entire channel that's just dedicated to the trading floor, and pre-market and then aftermarket, which is a great time. On the aftermarket's a great time if there's a setup that's coming close, and I know a lot of people like me to kind of give my opinion on trades, and then to questions on maybe any of the particular setups that we had from that day. You also with the signal service, you also get a monthly members call. So we've done that now each month, where I spend 1 or 2 hours, depending on how many questions we have, on people asking about the strategy, just trading in general. I think people have enjoyed that. Our next one's going to be January 15th. For that one, you can either be a VIP access member through YouTube or a signal service member, and you'll have membership to that. And lastly, it's cheaper. So currently, if you join my signal service through your mobile phone, so either Android or Apple, both of those platforms add almost $8 to my signal, which I don't get. I mean, that goes straight to Apple. And then on top of that, YouTube obviously takes out their cut from the membership. So it leaves me with about $30. But now with the new portal, it doesn't matter if you join through mobile or through direct link to the portal. It's $40, and there's no more of this nonsense that I just don't like. So it's cheaper really on everybody. Key, possibly yes. Possibly yes. I've always been a fan, so it didn't hit our balanced area here. We're about 2 points there. But again, for me, this wasn't the highest probability trade. Yes, I guess it would have got you over 15 points, but this to me was not the most quality setup that I could see. So we can delete this guy, let's delete this guy. And now let's keep looking. Which is funny because now they just left this. They just left this right here. Let's see if they can break structure here at the 581s. If they can break structure at the 581s, then I would be interested in this retap right here, which might come very quickly. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that. Oh, tricky reaction though. I mean, that would have worked out really nicely on that band right there, but and that would have been some, would have taken some heat right there, for sure. But as you guys can see, you know, I threw out a number yesterday about 90%. I mean, these areas that I mark up get respected really well, constantly. Actually, I should say they are getting respected like they were getting respected November prior. You know, the last couple weeks in December, maybe for about a week and a half now, I'm starting to see volume act kind of the way that how I see it, at least how I see the market. Make sure I got my mic on. Let's see what kind of comments I missed here. Email sent. Parth, awesome, got that email already. I will give us some more information on the masterclass. Got it. Do I have to cancel on my Discord? No. So tomorrow Discord will get archived. So we'll still have access to Discord. You'll have access until your subscription runs out. So on your renewal date, you will not have access to it anymore. And then I will still be putting signals into Discord up until February 1st. So for any of those that maybe have joined, you know, January 1st or January 2nd, or I'm sorry, if your renewal start time is, you know, or let's just say it was like the 31st, like it was today, I want everyone to get their full value out of that, out of what they've already paid for. But you won't be able to join the service through YouTube or Discord starting tomorrow. But you'll still have access to it. And at Dusk and at Chevwale, I'm going to put my email in. Just send me your Discord user ID. At Dusk 1975 and at Chevwell. Send me your Discord. GW, I got yours as well. So Key asked, even if you don't trade the other instruments, at least you can give us your opinion and or weekly bands. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. I mean, you see the power of this system and the equities. It's insane. Tesla, Nvidia. He's asked me for AMD. Sure, some other names that he's been asking me for recently that I wasn't too familiar with. I can't remember now the name of it. It's a weird symbol. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this here anymore. I will say that there is a case that could be made on replacing the ES with gold. Obviously, gold. I don't look at it on the macro level. Micro level. I think it's macro. I don't look at it on the macro level like for scalps. But I obviously track gold, and I see, you know, when I go up to my when I'm at home, when I go up to my trading desk upstairs, I see, you know, obviously if gold won or lost on my automated strategies. So I track it, but I haven't really looked at it as far as like, you know, scalps, weekly bands. But I mean, that would make a case for probably a lot more action during the live streams. I know gold likes to move, even though I think if I was to trade gold seriously, I would most likely start trading gold at around 7 a.m. and I would probably be finished with my day around 9:30. So we'll see. And Key might have given me another perk or benefit for the signal service group. Maybe that is a benefit that people would like. So remember, guys, at 10 a.m. I am running a giveaway. For my volume masterclass. So all you got to do is just type into the chat Masterclass, and we will run that here in about 35 minutes. It's a Rolex. So JT Jelly says, Rob, what are your thoughts on trading on days like this? I'm assuming you're referring to the 31st. You know, as long as there's movement, which you could see that today there's been decent movement, you know, you kind of have to adapt a little bit. You know, you probably won't see many like super A+ signals appear, even though today there's been enough movement for it. And then you'll get some days, you know, prior to a holiday that is just absolutely dead. Sorry, they're drilling something outside. It seems like every time I do a stream here in Florida, there's somebody doing work outside. But so, I mean, one thing I can tell you is, I would say the easiest thing is, you know, if have ATR on your screen somewhere, you know, I've always got it on a chart off to the side, and then you can kind of gauge it off of ATR, which right now is probably on the 5-minute. We're probably running at about half ATR what a normal day is, so it's slowed down as far as that. But I mean, there's decent movement. At least there's movement for how I trade. We need breakouts. Well, not breakouts, but we need break of structure. That's what I meant to say. Break of structure, unbalanced areas, and we've seen that quite often. And those are the areas that I target. That's exactly what I teach in the masterclass, and throughout all my videos, actually. One second, guys. Let me answer this call. damn mute. Sorry about that. I will have that fixed, I promise, by our next trading session. So what I was saying with these weekly bands and these tradable levels, I post these every single morning on Discord. I think it's the greatest resource that I provide to my community in general, because if you look at if you follow the levels every day, one, I teach you how to draw the levels out yourself. It's a mechanical approach. These are extremely powerful. In fact, the short from yesterday, I can't remember who it was that they questioned, like, why are you fading such a momentum play? Right above the IB was a 15-minute level that I had mapped out. That trade yesterday shorted down for about 150 points off of that level. This one right here already shorted down for 139 points off that level. Many ways to play it. You're on the fifth. This is a 15-minute level. Always my solid blue lines are 15 minutes. My dotted are 5 minutes. A lot more weight goes into the 15-minute levels. These are scalpable. These are going to be usually generate some bigger trades. You could play it a lot of different ways, guys. I mean, confirmation candle on the 15-minute. If you want to stay on the 15-minute, you can go on the 5-minute. Get a little bit maybe better risk to reward. And then you could say, well, okay, Rob, well, what are some targets? Like, give me, how would I know where to take my take profit? Well, if you already know how to do levels, if you already know how to figure this part out, find the next level on the same time frame, or go even higher. The higher time frame is going to be this weekly band right here. I mean, that's a 230 point target. But for intermediate targets, find your levels right here. That would be your 15-minute level right there. Get a confirmation candle, stop above the candle, take it to the downside. It's the easiest system that's built in to what I teach, and it's provided every single day. I've been doing this for 2 years, every single day, and I spend time on it. I spend a good amount of time in the morning doing this for you guys, and this is the simplest approach to trading on your own. Say, you know, as much as you might love watching me trade live on stream, this is a way to do this completely on your own. And it's laid out. The framework is laid out. You just kind of have to have confidence. You got to map these out. Take them with 1 micro. Gain some confidence on it. And levels within a band are super powerful. Super, super powerful. Sorry, I didn't mean to go to 1 minute. So this would be your first tap here on the 5-minute. Okay. Now, granted, you probably would have lost this trade because you would have taken a confirmation there, and you know this would have run up on you. I get it. It's the 5-minute level. It usually has a little bit less weight than the 15. But just this. What is this here? 9 points. That's not the greatest example. But granted, I'm on the 1 minute here. So maybe on the 5-minute. Actually, let's see. On the 5 minutes, let's see if we would have gotten a confirmation. I don't think you would have. Now I'm lost. Where am I at here? Right here. Yeah, so on the 5-minute, which is best to trade the time frame that your level's on your 5-minute, you wouldn't even gotten a confirmation candle here at this level. You would have saved yourself out of that one. Take a 5-minute confirmation, I would have entered in on this one. Much better risk to reward than the 15-minute. Might have even got you the same. And then if you want to be on the 5-minute, you got to find yourself a 5-minute level. See if we can find one together. Easy. Right here. That's your level for the 5-minute. Your risk to reward, you take your trade right here on the confirmation candle. You can put it at the top of this candle, you can put it at the high of this candle. I can tell you exactly what to do there. And target. 6 ratio right there. And this is what I took. I took the same exact trade off of the weekly band. That's the trade that I took 70 points for this morning. It's the greatest resource that's out there, and it's free on Discord. Is the email correct, Rob? Did I put my wrong email in? Let's see. Email should be traderrob@robstrades.com. Let me see where I typed it in. Let's make sure I didn't make a mistake. I don't even see it. traderrob@robstrades.com. Yeah, that's the right email. So once again, Sky, we got about 23 minutes for our next giveaway, which is going to be the Volume Masterclass. And all you got to do is type in Masterclass into the chat to be entered to win. And then somebody asked me for some information on the Masterclass. So the Masterclass is comprised of, I think I'm up to 12 modules now. So it is complete, but I've been adding a few bonus content things on some trade ideas. So there's 12 modules built in, and it goes from A to Z on my entire strategy. So I go over, portion of the module is just me pretty much talking to you to understand the concepts, and then I switch over to the charts so I can visually explain to you what it is that I'm looking for in the markets each and every morning. It's exactly, I have a module on what exactly you need, like the tools that you need to be successful in how I trade. There is a module on details on finding these levels, these exact levels that I show you guys here every morning, which is the basis of my strategy. Detailed module into that. How a detailed module into how I find my take profits and my stop losses. What I'm looking for on the volume profile, what it is, and how I trade it. There is a topic on risk to reward, different types of confirmation methods that you can use to enter into trades. There's obviously a module on putting everything together, reading level 2, how I read level 2, how I use Bookmap and level 2 to help me confirm trades ideas. There is a module on different chart techniques that I use that will definitely help you on a very important aspect of break of structure. There is again a module on combining everything that I'm teaching in the masterclass and how to kind of put it together. We go over a lot of different trade examples. There's a whole thing on confidence and trading psychology that I thought was pretty cool. So there's a lot. There's a lot that's. It took me a shit amount of time to do it, and I spent a lot of time away from the kids late at night to record a lot of this content, and I wanted it to be done right. So, and there will be bonus content that will be added. It's not. There's no trick or add-on or anything like that. It's I want people to finish it and to feel comfortable with how I trade, and I think that with a combination of the signal service, watching me trade live, just looking at my videos that I have, and I'm a lot of the stuff that I go over the masterclass, they are in videos that I've already produced. This is the most updated version on exactly how I'm trading today, but they're piecemealed, so you kind of have to find pieces and kind of put them together. This is just one cohesive course on how I trade. So hopefully that was a... Oh, let's take a look at the IB. Oh shit. You guys are letting me talk too much. IV visual. All right. $568. We almost run down to the 51s. All right, let me see what. Let's see what gets left unbalanced here. So this is the 568s here. Right now they've balanced out a shit ton on the top side. So right now what I see on the lower time frame would be right there. This is an area, and unfortunately the lower time frame, they usually tap in before the move, before the bigger move. But on the higher time frame, I don't see anything good. I mean, yeah, I see this, but this is a freaking monster. That would be the monster right there. Big pocket right there. Could almost be scalpable. Could almost be a trading idea right there. I'll take a look at that. Did you get my email? Let's see. I did. Yes, I did. I gotta blow my nose, guys. I'll be right back. I'm doing my absolute best here not to get sick. One of my nieces is down with us, and she's kind of coming over with the flu. She's been at our place for a couple days. I've been loading up on as much vitamin C and immune natural medicine that I can. All right, let's see what kind of reaction we get here at the IB, huh? So for those of you joining the stream, first time looking at the IB trade, so it's my initial balance trade, and that initial balance obviously gets formed in the first hour of the market. It's obviously your highest traded hour out of the 24-hour day, and the reason why the IB is powerful. And why it fits into my volume strategy is that, for an IB to be formed, you're going to have typically two peaks. So there's going to be people that were betting on the market going up, and their natural area for their stops are going to be at the IB low, and then the IB high, which is way up there. These are the people that were betting on the shorts, which they are in very good position right now, obviously. So the market will always gravitate towards your initial balance. And the way that I play it is you've got two different options, really. You can take a resting limit order at 15-point stop, 15-point take profit. I take it with a footprint confirmation, which is what you see on the right-hand side of the chart. And what I'm looking for is one of those footprint candles, which is based off of a 20 range chart. So each footprint is it's got the value of 5 points on the NQ. And I'm looking for that footprint to come in and tap into my IB, can cross it, and then either on the way up or on the initial tap, what I'm looking for is a green footprint candle with red negative delta. And that is my trigger then to go to the long side. Nick, thanks for joining the VIP stream, man. Appreciate it. All right, 10 minutes for 10 a.m. So 10 minutes for the next giveaway here. Dusk, I got your email. Parth, I got your email. I got a bunch of them. Pricing will be disclosed tomorrow when it gets launched. Yes. So setups that we're looking at, obviously we got the IB low that we're going to look at, and then we've got this this trade here, which is a reactionary point in our weekly band at the 25,516 down to the 25,501. Kind of a, this is just a 15-point target here. This is not what I'm going to be targeting. I am going to, as price action comes down, I am going to be looking for the highest most point of the next unbalanced area on the higher time frame. So you might want to probably go to your 15-minute or your 30-minute and find your level there, and that's going to be what that's what I will target. But I put this here so that people have a visual as to, you know, hey, I want to just take a scalp, and this is going to be a high reactionary zone. But this is most likely not what I am going to be targeting. This is more dynamic. As price action comes down, I want to target the next unbalanced area to the top side. And it's kind of interesting. So the market has not tapped into the 591s, which I prefer. Don't want to see them messing around too much. Actually, it's not the worst thing in the world, but we still do have a pretty big target up here at the 621. But I have found on the footprint confirmation, a 15-point target works very, very well with the 15-point stop. So it's pretty much a 1-to-1. All right, fingers on the trigger. So if you're looking at my footprint chart here, this white line here is corresponding with the IB low line that we have on the chart. So what you're looking for is going to be a green footprint candle and with negative delta. And for those of you that don't have the footprint chart, there is a lag on YouTube. So, you know, when I get in, you probably won't see it for a good couple seconds after that. On the portal should be a lot less lag, maybe a few seconds, so that'll help. But let's see here what we get. So it tapped in. See the negative 38. We're still at negative delta. So if we get a green candle here, I would be interested in taking this one. If we close here green, doesn't look like we are going to. Still at negative 11 delta. No confirmation yet. No confirmation yet. Almost closed that footprint, but it did not. Okay, no footprint there. Now we might not get a negative delta. Let's see if the sellers are still pushing. So even though this closes as a green, that's not a confirmation for me. Remember, I need to see negative delta, and nothing yet. So now we're a little too far from the IB for me to be interested in this. I mean, we could get a reversal here, but for me it would not. So then again, that footprint confirmation is what kind of keeps me. It's kind of my confirmation. You know, this is green, but it's positive delta. So again, that's not the flip I'm looking for. And it keeps me out of bad trades. You know, for my smaller scalps, it's a little bit more difficult than the NQ, but very reliable to keep you out of some bad trades. Okay, so we can get out of that screen. Nothing there. All right, 3 minutes for our giveaway, guys. So 3 minutes left. Just type in the chat Masterclass, and I'll do that giveaway at 10 a.m. And I'm most likely going to have to jump off shortly after the 10 a.m. giveaway. Probably stay on for about 10 more minutes after that. I am picking up the boat today, so it's freezing cold over here. Last night it get down to like, well, I say freezing cold, but it's all relative. To my hometown of Chicago, it would be a balmy 40 degrees, but here it was a very cold 40 degrees. And it's actually really chilly today too, so so some good setups today. Saw the market really pretty well. Took that early loss on the signal. Did not get the reaction. Well, I saw an initial reaction that I thought looked favorable. But that second trade, I think I took for close to 70 points, maybe 65 points on the NQ. Which again puts me at like at a 1 on that trade. I think my stop was about 14 points, so that's a good 5R trade, which affords me, trading these reactionary points that I see with some higher targets. So like right now, let's see. Right here is open. Right here is open. So these right now would be targets that I would be looking at if we don't tap into them. I'm going to take off the IB low just so we don't get confused here. Okay, so these two would be my targets right now. Have some ugly looking. Unless they tap into one or both, then I gotta look for something different. And then if you're looking for more of like a intermediate target, it'll still be this one, the 574. You have right here, but this looks like it's gonna probably get taken out before the move. This 564, they left that open. So they're going to probably want to close this out. And they might want to close out the 574. I can delete this guy. All right, let's do our giveaway. It's 10 o'clock. Let me load them up. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, so I got JoJo. You are the winner. I'll give you a minute here to claim your prize. So just say that I'm here. Thanks, and I'll let you know how to get it. So JoJo's the winner. I'll give him a minute here. Got it. Cool. So here I'm going to give you my email. So Jojo, send me an email to traderrob@robstrades.com, and I will send you code. Awesome. All right, now let's take a look at a trade. Let's see if we can get something here. Let me take a look at the ES. What's the ES doing? I feel like the ES is the forgotten child right now. This price action on the ES is just 1, 2, level 15. This did not break structure. No structure. Maybe right here. All right, so on the ES, looking at a setup here at the 69.33, same number as yesterday's, so it's still very interested area. My only issue is I'm not really fond of the volume profile right here. So not a huge fan of it right now, actually. So you can put that one on the back burner. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it for the day. This 25,516 entry, like I mentioned to you right now, you want to take note of this. So, a completely arbitrary number of 25,534 is just a 15-point target, okay? As of right now, what's left unbalanced that I would be targeting is the 25,574 or the 25,591. If these do get balanced out, meaning if a price action taps into it, which is going to naturally want to do, it usually taps into one of these to make a move. But if it taps into both of these, all you need to do is drop down to the 15-minute level, 15-minute time frame. I'm sorry, the 15 or the 5, and draw out your level exactly how I've been teaching you guys how to draw out your level, and that has not been balanced out. Okay, so we're looking for a break of structure that has an impulsive move, that breaks structure, that doesn't have a wick that comes right back into your line. Okay, and that's what you want to target on the 5 or the 15, because I will not be here to show the unbalanced areas coming down. But again, I feel like, you teach somebody how to fish and they get to eat every day. So this is what we're looking for on the way down to target back up to. The higher time frame that you can find, the stronger it is. You just have to also be comfortable with, a 60 or 50 point target, which is very realistic on the NQ. But for those that are more scalpers, you kind of might want to look for a 5-minute level. It might be easier for you guys to look. It's already scheduled, Arshak. So the next members, you should already see that. It's scheduled for the 15th of January at 7 p.m. Central Time. So it's already scheduled on there. So our next members only live stream Q&A is going to be January 15th at 7 p.m. And with that being said, wish me luck. I am going to be leaving right after this to go pick up the boat. And we still didn't settle on a name yesterday from last night, but I did include a lot of the comments that I got from you guys. Family Ties was really liked, but we'll see what wins here. All right, guys, I will not see you tomorrow, so Happy New Year's once to everybody. No trading. Ooh, that's loud. Sorry. No trading tomorrow on the 1st, but I'll be back at it on the 2nd this coming Friday, same time. So look forward to that. For those of you in my Signal group, you take a look at the video that I posted either on YouTube or on, for my YouTube members and for my Signal members. Look for the video that I posted this morning. That'll give you instructions on the transition to the new portal. I've already received a ton of emails already this morning, so I know I've got some busy work, which is great because I got time right now, so that's great. So with that, I'll see you guys on Friday. Again, have a great New Year's. Be safe, everybody out there. Hopefully you guys spend some time with your family, and thanks again for all the support. Appreciate it.